Morning. This is the early morning hours of July 25th, Friday, and I stepped out onto my balcony to water my plants and put my boxing gloves out to dry, and I saw Mars hanging out, shining through the pine trees. Mars, of course, is the fourth planet from the Sun, 141 million miles from the Sun on average. The Earth is 93 million miles from the Sun on average. So Mars receives about 40% as much sunlight as Earth does due to the inverse square law. If an object is twice as far from a light source, it receives 1/4 as much as something that is 1 unit of distance from a light source. So if the Earth is 1 astronomical unit from the Sun, we'll say it receives 1 unit of sunlight. An object 2 astronomical units from the Sun would only receive 1/4 of the sunlight. So Mars is not quite 1.5 astronomical units. So it's about 40%. It works out mathematically to about 40% the sunlight that Earth receives. So a nice balmy day on Mars is a cool fall day on Earth. Mars can get up to the mid-70s at the equator in the summertime. Mars has 2 moons, Phobos and Deimos, both much smaller than our moon, but much closer to Mars than the moon is to Earth. So they are both quite visible in the Martian sky. At nighttime on Mars, the temperature drops to minus 150 degrees below 0 Fahrenheit. So if you think it's at all hot during the day, you can be sure it will cool off at night. That's because Mars's atmosphere is only 1/100th as thick as ours. So once the sun goes down, it starts cooling off fast. Howdy. It's my neighbor going off to work. Mars orbits the sun in 687 Earth days. So if you do the math, that's about 1 3/4 Earth year, thereabouts. So because of that, the Earth chases it around the sun. We're both orbiting to the east, and Mars moves among the stars fairly rapidly. And due to the orbital dynamics, every 15 years Mars approaches Earth very closely where it's really bright. And this just happens to be one of those years. So in about 3 to 4 months, I don't know the exact dates, but Mars will be at opposition. It'll be very, very bright, much brighter than it is now. And China is getting ready to send a probe to Mars. So the Americans will be there. The European Space Agency is already there. And the Chinese they've planned to launch a rover. I'm not exactly sure when it's going to launch. It may be this year. They're going to launch an actual rover. So we'll no longer be the only ones exploring the surface of Mars with rovers. So that's a little bit about Mars. Thank you for watching.